Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check, mic check. hello. A graceful good morning to everyone present here. I am Subodh, and it's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all as we come together for the 10th chapter of our beloved DilSe Alumni Talk series, a platform where stories return home and as inspirations finds its roots again at our own MIT. Before we move forward, it's my honor to extend a warm welcome to the esteemed members of our academic leadership. Dr. Y.A. Kaude sir, President GS Mandal. Dr. Nilesh Patil sir, Director MIT. Dr. Supriya Kinariwala ma'am, Associate Dean Alumni Affairs. Our heartfelt greetings also go out to all the respected deans, associate deans, heads of the departments, faculty members, and my dear fellow students. And it fills us with genuine pride to welcome our distinguished alumnus for today's session, Mr. Rajesh Das, President of US Computers Incorporation, Virginia, USA. The DilSe Alumni Talk series has always been more than an event. And now that it has come around for the 10th time, it has officially become a tradition. It's where memories meet aspirations, where journeys of our alumni become maps for the paths we wish to walk. Each session brings us wisdom that isn't found in textbooks, but in experiences lived, challenges faced, and goals achieved. They say success is built not only on talent but consistency, courage, and the refusal to stop learning. Our guest today embodies this idea with remarkable clarity. We are honored to welcome Mr. Rajesh Das, an esteemed alumnus of MIT who has carved an extraordinary career across technology, management, and leadership on a global stage. Mr. Das has been associated with US Computers Incorporation for an incredible 27 years and 7 months, building a legacy of vision-driven leadership and long-term commitment. He currently serves as the president of US Computers Incorporation, a position he has held for over 11 years, leading the organization with strategic foresight, management excellence, and a deep understanding of ever-evolving technology landscape. Before becoming the president, he spent over 22 years contributing as a sales executive and sales manager, mastering customer relations, market development, and business growth, transferring experience into expertise. His academic journey is equally inspiring. Mr. Das holds a Master of Computer Science from the prestigious Stevens Institute of Technology in 2001. Earlier, he completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Production Engineering and MSc Engineering in Cryogenics from our own Marathwada Institute of Technology. He further sharpened his business acumen through Harvard Business School Online, earning the prestigious Core Credential of Readiness in 2022, a testament to his belief in continuous learning. With comprehensive strengths in management, leadership, board governance, and abundant professional skills, Mr. Das stands as a remarkable example of dedication, growth, and global achievement. But beyond the positions and the milestones, what truly stands out is his mindset: steady, self-driven, and committed to excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming our esteemed alumnus, Mr. Rajesh Das sir. To honor our esteemed guests, I request Dr. Y.A. Kaude sir, Director GS Mandal, to kindly felicitate Mr. Rajesh Das with flowers and a token of appreciation. I now request Kaude sir to also felicitate Das ma'am. I also request Kavade sir to please felicitate Ms. Das.
My dear budding engineers and dignitaries on the dais, I have nothing to say, nothing to add anything, but I would like to provide little correction in the introduction of Dr. Das. He has completed his graduation from Marathwada Institute of Technology and post-graduation from College of Applied Science, Aurangabad. And I just keep quiet. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we are truly grateful to have you here with us today. Your journey stands as a powerful example of every student seated in this hall. We look forward to hearing your insights, your experiences, and the lessons life has taught you along the way. With immense respect, we invite you to please address the audience.
Well, good morning. And how all of are doing here? You guys are awake, sleeping, coming from the classrooms? Okay. First, Professor Kavre, whom I call my mentor, my family, and management, staff, and students. This had been quite emotional for me to come here since I planned the trip to India. Every time I kept talking, like, my MIT, we used to do that, my MIT, we used to do that. It had been very emotional for me. And actually, when yesterday, Dr. Sonamne asked me I should talk to you guys, I just said yes. But when I went to bed, I thought, what am I going to talk? I didn't prepare anything. I didn't come prepared to do anything here, just to meet my family. Then I thought, you know what? I'm MITian. I'm going to just talk whatever comes to my mind. Why I need to prepare anything? So here I am. And the other thing happened, all the excitement I had before entering in this room changed completely to my emotional face right now. I may have tears in my eyes. Because this is the place which made me and a lot of other colleagues from those batches to the places which no one imagined that time, that they can do this or they can do that. This place provided us something which I don't think we could have got from any other institution. So you guys, I'm told, you guys are first year students. As per my personal experience, you guys did the right thing joining MIT. Because MIT to me is not just academic or learning in labs or just walking around outside. There's something here. It's called what's next. I learned that thing when I came to this institution 1986 with one tin shed, 2 water tanks. From those 2 tanks, I'm told that tanks are still there. We had to drink the water, we had to take shower standing right there. And the workshop shed was our hostel, which I denied that I will not stay, so I went to their home. I said, I'm gonna stay right here. That's why they became my family. That's the thing. I was telling Kavade sir yesterday too. If we would have walked back, that where we are, then believe me, we wouldn't have been there where we are today. Those 2 tanks, those shade made us street smart, made us to achieve everything what we can do. I'm very proud of that. To me, those are the foundation of this institution. And what I say, what's next? We learn the word what's next right from there. Next day, where are we gonna sleep? Next day, where are we gonna eat? If we can't find anything, let's go to Kavade sir house. So that next was always there. So that next thing is instilled in the environment, in the air, in the building, in the infrastructure, everywhere. And that next thing comes from nowhere than Kavade sir. This visionary person with vision has provided, which is hard to imagine, what he has done. Not only for us, for you guys, for all the around suburb areas, cities, what he has done is beyond imaginable because you guys are sitting in a nicely built infrastructure. But Kavade sir fought every day and night to make sure institution exists, maintains, no matter what hurdles we had that time. Do we have classroom or not? Do we have teachers or not? But he made sure this need to move on. So his what next vision was always in the air, and that always kept us moving. And we kept looking and kept looking and kept looking. And Madam, whom we called Auntie, I still feel very formal to call her Madam. She looked very, strict from the face when she's walking. But believe me, she's very kind, very caring person inside. If you are just passing her, you're gonna think, you know what, do I talk to her or I don't talk to her? But once you get in touch to her, she's like a mother. Can you imagine me going in her kitchen, telling her I need to make tea here because I didn't like the tea outside. And she fed me there. So she is very caring. So this combination of kindness, resilience, and vision is very hard to achieve. So congratulations, sir, what you have done. And what's next should be part of everyone's life. Because when you join this MIT, I'm sure you guys have some dream, some aspirations, what you want to do after 4 years. Some, you came predetermined with that. Some of you will figure out your way while moving here. It's nothing uncommon. Some of you may be forced by your parents to come here. But then also, you will figure out your way here. And then you will thank your parents also that, at that time, I didn't believe this was the right thing to do. But yes, you know what? Thank you. So here, in spite of academic labs and everything, the next word, which is there, that won't be given to you in the classrooms or labs or by your professors. You guys need to grab it yourself. If you don't grab it, it's out in the air. So if you think, it's already done, what's next? Social media is there, Twitter is there, Facebook is there. What's next now? What am I going to do? Can I compete with Zuckerberg? No. Can I compete with Elon Musk? No. Can I compete with Michael Dell for Dell Computing? No. These are established companies. But if they thought the same thing 20 years back, 15 years back, those companies wouldn't have existed. So same thing, there is never end to anything. There is always a next. So keep looking for that. Keep working on that. I'll tell you one funny story. When I was a student here, 1987, I had, like how we worked together. One of my classmates, he said, right after MIT, I'm going to start industry. I said, very nice. So, I talked to him in Hindi. I said, kya karega? And I'm going to repeat exact same word. He said, मैं detergent powder की company बनाऊंगा. मैं कहा, wow. कहता मेरे साथ partner बन जाइयो. That was his exact word. मैंने कहा, करना क्या है? He said, there is company named Surf. Do they still make Surf here? Surf detergent powder? So I will make Barf. I said, okay. He said, we're going to have design exactly like Surf, but instead of S, we'll put Barf. So people will get confused and they will buy more of our product. तो मैंने कहा बेवकूफ, तुम तो लोगों को बेवकूफ बना रहे हो. बनाना है तो कुछ नया डिटर्जेंट बनाओ, बर्फ क्यों बनाते हो? Let me ask you, is Barf there or no? No? So I'm glad he didn't start it. So if the Barf was there, believe me, that was a fraud product. So the point I'm making, you have always something to do. Do not think it's done. I don't think now in detergent industry also there is only Surf, and I still remember there used to be other company name, Nirma? Right, Nirma. These were the two major companies, and I'm sure now there are plenty of those. So every time you guys are in classroom, in the labs, talking to each other, talk, think. Never think, oh, I'm at MIT, I'm not at IIT, or I'm not in Stanford or Boston MIT. No, I'm standing right here. I studied here. What you guys have, we didn't have those things. So you guys can achieve way more than what we did from that time. So believe in yourself, believe in your institution, because the way I said, it's there. You have to grab. If you don't grab, don't blame someone. We, in our side, we always believe in one thing: work, plan, and keep working for that thing. The reason I didn't come here for 25 years from US, I had aim. I wanted that if my kids have good ambitions, high ambitions, then they need to achieve that. They wanted to go to Stanford and Harvard, so I told them, you know what, we're going to work together. And I'm very happy they made it there. They wanted to work at Google, they made it. So what we plan, coordinate, work together. If we just think it's very hard to achieve, no, then it's hard to achieve. And when I say there is no end to anything, look at technology. When I came here, there was one computer science room with dot matrix printer, and nobody knew what that computer science department do. And I still remember the professor name. He was my colleague too when I started teaching here in production engineering department, Sanjay Upadhyay. So we used to call him Upadhyay sir. He used to call me Das sir, even though he was younger than me. And he's sitting in computer room and just printing and printing dot matrix. And that's what you're doing. Game. So they used to play game on the computer. There's nothing to do. Look at that computer science. From that printing, playing games, then next year it moved to C language, Professor Dame, who joined computer science department, and C++ programming. That became the height of everything, that now we don't play game on computer. Now we really program. But that was not the end. From there to 2 days. From this date, what we are doing, now we don't believe in programming. We think, who can program? Tell me, who can program now? AI. You have to just use ChatGPT. You have to use Gemini product, where my daughter works in Google Gemini team. You just tell what program need to be rerun, and they will be way better than our coders gonna write nowadays. Even Google use their own Gemini. Am I right? Good. They use their own Gemini to write their own codes. So where the future is changing. At one time where we thought C++ is wonder of the world. Now it's gonna change the computer industry. Now we are talking, oh, you know what? Don't learn programming because your job's gonna be distinct after 5 years. Instead of that, learn vibe programming. There's a different term called vibe programming. Vibe programming is where you don't focus on complexity of the coding. Instead, you focus on logical coding. Because AI cannot use the brain. Brain is right here. So that brain need to be used. Because AI need to be told which direction need to move. So we are moving fast. Autonomous cars, driverless cars. I know in India it's very hard that driverless car will come, because even I'm scared when I sit in the car now, because car has to just zigzag and somehow just go. So driverless car, you have to follow all the rules. In San Francisco, in Texas, they are using driverless car. It's real. It's not stories now. Actually, I sat in one of that. She convinced me to sit. I was scared. I said, I don't want to sit when there is no driver. You know, you sit in the passenger seat, car comes and tells you, are you ready for your next ride? And you say yes. The door locks and all of a sudden steering will start moving. And you really see no one is sitting there. So it feels scary, but as per her, this is more safer than driver driving the car there. I was scared, honestly. I thought it's like a ghost movie. You know, like a ghost is driving the car and you're just sitting. But they feel, because those cars came from Google, they call Waymo, and that's why they have more insight. And they think, because there's so much sensors, cameras, everything is there on the car, and so much programming is done, it's so safer that it follows each and every rule of the road and traffic completely. Driver can ignore it. Like if we are in rush, what we do? Just speed up and go. Even we may cross a traffic light also. Here, there is no concept, but in our side, there is more concept of traffic light. But driverless car will follow each and every rule. Light comes, stops. Person crossing, stop. This is more safer. It took them 10 years, almost 10 years, to come to this real life scenario. Because I remember when I used to go to SF 810 in the back also, when my son was working there at Google, those cars were in experiment with big sensors going around the road and person sitting in the back seat with all computer, a laptop screen, and feeding each and every data points that, okay, now this passenger came, what data need to be there. And they did 10 years of R&D on those cars. And now they are successful. Next, Tesla is putting their autonomous car. All these things are happening. So Tesla didn't think Google brought autonomous cars, so we are done. Tesla is now there. Now next, GM gonna start working on that. I can keep talking all the progress, all the innovation, that there is no end. Things move. When I was a kid, I was here in this institution, we used to watch TV show called Star Trek, Captain Kirk. I don't know if any one of you guys know about that show or not. In Star Trek, Captain Kirk, they used to show that time, we are talking 1985, 1982 time frame, that they will touch here and talk to each other. Or sometimes they will touch here and talk to each other. Do that thing exist now? It's existed 10 years back, right? So whatever we think, we dream, those things exist. Now even this talking is less. Now on flight from US to India or any part of the world, whole flight you can have Wi-Fi connectivity up in the sky. Thanks to Elon Musk, Starlink gives you the connectivity. So people keep working, people keep thinking, people keep doing. So put that somewhere in your perspective. This is my place. These are my dreams. I'm going to accomplish it. I'm going to do it because everything is right here. And the positivity and vibe, believe me, I did master's from New Jersey in computer science after moving from here. I don't have much emotional attachment to that college, even though I drive so many times to New York and past New Jersey. I rarely stop there with my kids for showing, oh, this is my college, this is my dorm, I used to stay here. But this was a big thing for me. I wanted my son to come also, but he's coming on 4th from New York, so he'll be late. Because I was so much thrilled. I told so many stories of this place. I really wanted them to see where I grew, where I made my foundation, and where I believe I became more confident studying and doing my engineering. So believe in yourself, use all the resources, be successful, do the teamwork. Teamwork always helps because you guys are in the beginning stages. When you do the teamwork, talk to each other, you cultivate multiple ideas. Don't think, you know what, if I tell this person, they will steal my idea, or there's competition, or there is jealousy. No, you guys are in early stage. Sometime talking to each other, you even develop more. Believe in that. Hiding means you are keeping to yourself. And sometimes you may not be right what you are thinking. So I don't want to take much of your time unless anyone want to ask me anything, talk to me, ask any question. No? Everyone good? मुझसे हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हो, ये मत सोचना. किसी को पूछना है कुछ?
What advice you would like to give to your 18-year-old self, and what are the obstacles you had to face when you went to America?
So, what was the first question?
What advice you would like to give to your 18-year-old self?
18-year-old? Okay. Yeah, first, my son is 28-year-old. By the way. So, I'm much older than what I'm looking at.
Yourself.
My son?
Yourself.
Oh, myself.
You.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So, to myself as 18-year-old, if I go back in my journey, I'll come back to MIT again. That's the very first thing. Believe me, I have seen Stanford campus also because my both kids there. I stayed there also. I talked to professors also there. They have high-end research, means no doubt. They have artificial intelligence at Stanford. And my son just graduated from Harvard, so I have stayed at Harvard campus also. MBA. My daughter gonna go for Harvard MBA too. So visiting Stanford, Georgia Tech, Harvard, I think what I got here is not there. So I would, as an 18-year, I would rather come back here, prepare myself to do anything in the world. And second question, what you said, what hurdle I faced when I went to United States. 92 means I remember I was teaching here, and I was rector of all this hostel campus also that time. And I went to Kavre sir. Kavre sir didn't like the idea that I'm going to US. I have to tell him all the story. No, sir, I'll go there and come back. Sir said, no, if you leave, you don't come back. I missed that because I know he knows that also, that once I leave, there's no way I'm coming back. And so I went with all nice dreams. But if I tell you the secret why I went, that's my wife. Because I wanted to marry her, and her father was against, saying that he wanna marry his daughter only to kids studying or living in America. So now you know. So I tried and tried and tried. My parents tried, even though we were neighbors, next door neighbor. But they didn't agree. So I said, okay, then I have to go to America. And the minute I got visa, they said, okay, let's marry them. Forget even going there. Just because of visa, they said, how you feel marrying them? So it worked. So it's destiny. So just because of her father didn't agree. If he would have agreed for Aurangabad, I would have stayed in Aurangabad. But hurdles, yes. At that time, timings were very different than now, because now everything is changed, visa and staying there. That time, very less Indians used to be there in 92. So when I went to Stevens, I think there were only 5 or 6 Indian kids in Hoboken, New Jersey, where I went. And complete culture shock. Here, we were not trained. The food style, there were no internets, so we didn't know, like how you talk there, how you eat there, what you eat there. And now you guys have much more awareness. You guys know everything. But that time, flight reached JFK. I still remember that, John F. Kennedy Airport. And one of my uncle, his friend used to live in Brooklyn. So he called him before I was going, told, he's coming, can you take care of him? And his friend said, oh, sure, he can stay in our home, I'll take him to the college and everything, kind of those things. So I reached JFK, 1992, August 14 or August 18, she remembers better. So August 18, I reached JFK and he's not there. And I'm looking, he promised so many things. He's gonna come to airport, take me home. He's not there. And then I said, okay, let me call him. So I took some change out of my pocket, and that time I was scared I'm gonna spend like a $1 on the call. $1 I'm losing right away after landing in New York. And that time it was a big thing. I called him and he said, oh, you came? I said, yes. You know what, take a cab from outside and come to this shop. Okay, so now I went outside, spent another $20 for the cab, went to the shop, and he had a very small shop. Then he portrayed in India that he's wealthy, rich, and everything. At that time, it was a very different environment. So, and I remember he had a DVD rental shop. So I sat there, he said, okay, can I get you orange juice? I said, sure. And then he said, so when do you wanna go to college? I said, as soon as possible. He said, tomorrow you can take a bus from here and go to college. And I'm thinking, okay, where am I gonna stay now? Then he called another friend. He said, oh, can you keep him in your room? I went to his room, stayed overnight there, and I cried, literally cried that night. That all that rosy dreams, like I'm going to United States, that's gonna happen, that's gonna happen. Then I felt, you know what? Here you need to just do everything yourself. Don't believe what people say. And after that, I never met that guy. And next day at Stevens, the food was another shock. Went to the, we call dining halls, the way we call here mess or canteens, we call dining hall there. Dining hall, I got very excited, I was hungry. Didn't feel spending more money also outside, I already lost $21. So went to the dining hall and there was rice. And I thought it's a kofta. I was very surprised they are keeping rice and kofta. I ate. And later I was told they were meatballs. I never ate meat before. So struggle was there. Money problem was there. And people were not helpful to each other because there were very few Indians. But now it's completely changed because there are a lot of Indians. But one thing is still there, they don't help each other. I'll be very blunt with that. Why? Because the trust is a big issue there. Because no one knows who is genuine and who's gonna take advantage of you. And it takes a lot to develop that trust factor. So struggle is still there, but yes, there are a lot more conveniences now. You guys know everything. You guys know where the flight gonna land, what I'm gonna eat. You guys have Twitter, you guys have Facebook, everything. You guys are chit-chatting with your friends. And there are a lot of friends also there now. Anything else? Anyone else?
So first of all, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Myself कल्याण शिंदे. सर, आप जब 1986 में यहाँ MIT में आए थे, तब मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि हम स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ जो बैठे हैं, आप उन्हें क्या मोटिवेट करना चाहेंगे कि आप जैसे आप बड़े पोजीशन पे हैं, पोस्ट पे हैं, आप हमें क्या मोटिवेट करना चाहेंगे कि हम हमारी पर्सनैलिटी, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल में क्या बदलाव लाएं?
Very nice question. First very thing I will say, just be yourself. Don't copy anyone. Because everyone possesses a very unique quality and personality. Once you copy someone else, you're not being yourself. You're trying to be someone. Then the quality you possess, you're not using, you're just wasting them. Second, always be open to learn from others. Never think, you know what, I'm the smart kid. This person don't know anything. Listen, that's another case. You use it or you don't use it. That's for you to decide if the advice other person is giving or the comment other person is making, is it worth for me to adapt or not? Does it fit in my values? Does it fit in my ethics? That's for you to decide. But don't shut your ears saying, you know what, no, I know what I'm doing. Second, as per communication, it's always good to be very open with everyone. Don't resist. If you need to ask questions from your professors, teachers, faculty, don't shy. If they are teaching in the classroom, don't shy that, you know what, if I ask them, they're gonna think I'm dumb. No, no one is dumb there. You may have curiosity. I remember when I used to teach the second floor here in mechanical engineering, I used to teach in mechanical engineering course, cupola furnace, I still remember. That how much temperature need to be there, how much that need to be there, I used to teach that. And every time I made sure every student is understanding that the heat, the volume, how the metal gonna go in, at what temperature it's gonna melt, how it's gonna change the shape, they understand. Because if you're not understanding that, then you're not gaining anything. So ask question. More you ask, I won't say just keep asking, just frustrate teachers also. Ask if it's a genuine question which makes sense, or if you didn't get it. Because I remember one time I used to teach to one of the course to College of Architecture also. They used to have HVAC, so mechanical professor was needed there, so I used to go and teach there. And those people were very curious, architecture people. If I'm teaching, you know, like you have a duct going from up there, and the volume of the duct need to be this much to supply this much air, they used to ask question. If the length is more than 10 feet, do you think the air velocity get reduced, air pressure? And I used to get surprised. These are architecture kids, these are not even mechanical kids. But I liked it. Two things happened. One, they learned it better. Second, I prepared myself better for next class. So did I answer your question?
सर यस, मुझे एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आप अमेरिका यूएस में जो एक बड़े प्रोफेशन पे काम कर रहे, तो आप MIT में थे, तब में आप क्या डिफरेंस था, मतलब आप एज अ स्टूडेंट क्या डिफरेंस था और आप में क्या डेवलपमेंट हुआ है पर्सनैलिटी में?
एक्चुअली आई डोंट फील एनी डिफरेंस. जब मैं यहाँ स्टूडेंट था तो मैं सब स्टूडेंट को इकट्ठा करके कावड़े सर के घर आता था कि हमें नई मैस बनवानी है. तो वो सब, तो I was entrepreneur there, and then sir was always helpful. He was never getting irritated that why these kids came, because he understood कि यहाँ पर क्या कम है, what's needed. And then when I joined the college as a faculty here in thing, then sir trusted me with the responsibility, which I get amazed that as a 21 or 22-year-old that time, he gave me the whole campus to run. All boys hostel, girls hostel. Right in second week of joining, he said, Babu, aap rector banoge iske. That created some problem because head of the department didn't like that because he was my teacher just a month back. And then he realized that somehow my powers are more than him. So it created a lot of conflict in my own mechanical engineering department. But I started working in campus. We started the dining hall in the boys' hostel right from scratch. We did so many things. So I was always involved in this campus. That's why I say this campus gave me so much. So going to Bombay to pick up the stuff, going, we were just talking to Khajana store in Aurangabad to do the bargaining that how much we're going to spend for the chairs, going to Sabji Mandi, everything we did from scratch. So we started like a restaurant right in the basement of boys hostel to feed almost like 300 kids every day from scratch. So if we could do that here, everything seemed easy to me after that. And I was just remembering, like I was telling them also, we even built one water cooler. I took all the students, we went to Bombay for their projects, or gave me the blank check. He always used to give me the blank check sign. Somehow he trusted me that much. And so we went to Bombay, picked up all air conditioning parts and everything, and built the whole water cooler to feed this whole wing, entire wing. So I was more involved, and a lot of other students were more involved also, because that timing we were building everything from scratch. So when I went there also, I had same zeal, I had same working thing. There's some change, yes. You know, when it's a different country, you need to follow different rules that you need to adapt. That's the only change. But I feel my work ethics, my work style, my talk, I still do the same exact way.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? No? See, she don't want to talk. No?
Hello. Sir, what is that one thing you think we should learn in India so that it will help us in abroad, when we go abroad?
Very, very good question. See, for hardworking and determined Indians, there is a lot of value in the entire world, including in India. Timings are changed. In US, actually, because I can talk only for US, Indians are trusted to work way more hours than any other ethnicity in the world. They work 10 hour, 12 hour, 14 hour, 18 hour. Like I have seen my kids at Google also, they work sometime 14 hour, 18 hours. Caucasian, right, means Americans or any other, after 8 to 10 hours they think is too much. That's why if you noticed, a lot of big companies, their CEOs, especially for Google, Sundar Pichai, Microsoft, Satya Nadella, Adobe, IBM, they all are Indians. They are being trusted. When Larry and Sergey from Google, they were leaving because they thought we are done, we made a lot of money, now we need to just take it easy. And they trusted Sundar Pichai. So Indians are always trusted for their hard work, loyalty, and determination outside. So if you have that personality, you are ready to do anything, anywhere. Hard work, determination, and loyalty. Outside than India, only thing people don't like, storytelling. Just be upfront, be honest. If you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, just tell, we cannot do it. If you say, I can do it, you get the chance to learn and do it. If you say, I know and don't do it, they will kick you out. So what's better? Being honest. honesty is the important thing being there. And now actually being in India, I think India is growing like anything. India also has a lot of potential and more that you guys can take this India to next level. Because I always believed if there is brain to do anything, it's right here in India. So brain drain was happening a lot because earlier we didn't have much infrastructure, much resources, and that's why everybody used to run. Like my thinking was different because I was enjoying Aurangabad because they gave me Jeep with the driver. I had the room in hostel. I was enjoying like anything. So I'm gonna keep pointing to her. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone else? Or everybody ready to go back? Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys giving me the chance to come here.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, sorry to disturb you. Sir, myself, Professor Avinash Sarkate. I would like to ask one question. I got a very inspiration from you. Throughout your journey, you have struggled a lot, and you have reached a quite imminent destination, sir. So what message would you like to share to our students that they could also, because many of Indians have a dream that they should work in abroad.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout your journey, you have struggled a lot and you have reached in foreign. So how could the students can adopt that opportunity to work in abroad, and what are the challenges you face while traveling throughout this journey?
Sure. Means that's definite. Moving to abroad, working there, finding job is much easier than it used to be 30 years back. And only thing what it requires, you need to be the top most in the field if you want to get the best job, if you want to get the good job. Not just I did the degree, I have computer science, or I have computer engineering or mechanical engineering. That doesn't mean anything. You are on top of your field, you are on top of the world, then you have a place there. A lot of kids, they do go there even with some diplomas. Instead of doing the whole engineering degree, they take 6-month diploma, do the crash courses in computer science, computer programming, and they go there. They don't have that stable life. They go there and they keep moving from one contractor to another contractor to another contractor. And then finally, if somehow destiny worked for them, they get stable there. Otherwise, they are back here. But if we look at the people who are determined and they are on top of their game, they are always wanted by big companies, small companies. They have a place there. And with the political landscape changing in our country, I'm sure you guys listen to news every other day, it's becoming very hard, even for H-1B visa also nowadays, because companies have to spend like $100,000 to get that person. Now tell me, if anyone in this room can answer me, who will be that person that company will spend $100,000 just to get you the visa? Can anyone raise the hand? Good, I like you. That should be the determination.
The CEO probably. The CEO of the company or CEO or the president, higher post people, or who has the most, who can give the company something back,
Yes.
profit or something.
Absolutely. See, that's the determination you guys need to have. That you know what? I'll be worth more than 100,000 for them to spend on my application. Never feel that, you know what? I'm from this college or that college, why they're going to spend money. Prepare yourself. Believe in yourself And go back to my original thing. Grab everything what's there. Everything is for grab. If you don't take it, somebody else gonna take it. Grab it, use it, excel it. So just believe in yourself and do it. Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for taking us through your remarkable stories and beliefs, and your real motivation to go to the United States is my personal favorite story, and I'm going to use it as an example for myself and also to advise others. Apart from that, your words have added clarity, direction, and motivation to everybody listening. We now request Dr. Y.A. Kaude sir, President, GS Mandal, to address the gathering with his guidance and reflections.
Dear young friends, I am really very happy to welcome back my own student and subsequently faculty member after such a long time. When he arrived at my place yesterday in the evening, for a few seconds I couldn't recognize him, but immediately I got, yes, arey, ye to Rajesh hai apna. And then, of course, his family, immediately I could recognize that Mrs. Rajesh and Miss Das is also there. Anyway, I have to have only one word with you now, that do not depend on anybody, not even on Mr. Kaude also. You are the boss of yourself. You are the boss of yourself. And if you can determine that way, that yes, I can surmount any kind of difficulty, then this entire campus is for you. Mind well. So, number one, most of you are from first year, I am told. Do not remain away from your class even for 1 minute. 1 minute is very important. 1 minute cannot be brought back at any cost. So, try to be well in time in your classroom. Don't miss even single day. And this campus stands for you to give you 100% result. It will never say no. It will always push you ahead, and be sure that you are going to be winner of the whole world. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's always great to hear from you. As we approach the close of today's enriching session, I would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this afternoon meaningful. I now invite Dr. Kinariwala ma'am, Associate Dean Alumni Affairs, to present the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all present here. On behalf of Maharashtra Institute of Technology and Alumni Affairs Cell, it is my privilege to deliver vote of thanks on today's 10th session of DilSe Talk series. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Rajesh Das, President of USCOMPUTERS USA. Sir, your presence today has been truly inspiring. Your journey, your insights, and your words of wisdom have given our students a perspective on learning growth and global opportunities. We are sincerely thankful for your time, for connecting with your alma mater once again. Thank you, sir. I also extend my sincere thanks to Das ma'am and Ms. Das for making this session more even special. A heartfelt thanks to Dr. Vayakavde sir, President GS Mandal, Lomte Madam, Professor Munish Sharma sir, Director General GS Mandal, Nilesh Patel sir, Director MIT, for their constant encouragement, guidance and unwavering support for initiatives that always make this alumni engagement more successful. My sincere thanks to Sonone sir, all respected deans, associate deans, head of departments and staff for their valuable presence and support in making today's event more successful. To our technical crew and everyone working behind the scene, I thank for their dedication, coordination and teamwork. And finally, to all the students who joined us today with us enthusiasm, your participation keep this series alive and impactful. With gratitude in our hearts, we conclude today's session. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.